Is it? So this is the IntelliCore folder. I'll explain it one by one. So see, like if you want to learn Lambda function, so there is a lab. So guys, you can store this one, AWS. Sorry, GitHub. Yeah, today because that maybe some there maybe some revisions now. So it will be like okay. So guys, for this one, I have already added a presentation. So you can for this one AWS, please note it down this link because you may need it later. And I'll be available in WhatsApp group if you will face some problem. Definitely, I'll help you in this.
You are now unmuted.
So this is the link you have to use for basic Lambda function. After that, if you go through this one, I have another applications that you may have to perform. Serverless website. Let me see. Yeah, this is the links. This would be another link that serverless employee registration. This one and this one. So let me share with you so that it will be easy for you to understand. So whatever the codes are available, so this would be another Lambda function lab. Just you will have to use this one. You see this file. So the way we created earlier, same way like we have it. So this one will be using this lab, you will be able to create a RSPV kind of a stuff. You know how RSPV work? Means if you have organized some event and you will have to add a registration for the employee or maybe or the person, so that kind of stuff. So if I take you at the bottom of this file, see this is the complete serverless infrastructure using AWS Lambda. See this one means this is the website like employee ID, first name, last name, employee email ID. So what will happen if you add this information, it will store into your database, and your computing each and everything will be done via Lambda function and DynamoDB. Means complete serverless inputs. So this would be the lab that you will have to create it. So in this lab, you will be able to understand AWS Lambda function, AWS DynamoDB table, AWS S3 bucket. You will be also learn the basic of Node.js or Python, script like how. See, Lambda function is based on either Python or Node.js. These are the two languages like most of the Lambda function has been created. You can use Java, you can use Golang, you can use other language as well. But these are the two languages that are that are being used in most of them. So here I have chosen JavaScript means Node.js as a Mac. So you can choose it means whatever the instruction. See all the instruction I have provided here. You will have to simply follow this instruction and you will be able to understand how this thing works. So this would be for your Lambda function. After that, you might have like some of you have asked me to use encryption like KMS encryption. So for that, yeah, if you want to learn KMS encryption, so this is the another lab. So you guys can. So by the way, already you have this folder permission, so you can access it at any point of you want. So this is a file where you will be able to learn how KMS exactly works, how to encrypt this KMS. So this is again a complete details explanation. Simply read it simply, and I have this one as well. Means you can say all the information that has been already provided here. So if you want to create, see this is how you'll have to create policies. You will have to add users. And see here, this is how you'll encrypting a plain text into cipher text. So this is how you'll be able to see. This is the raw data. If you want to convert this raw data into encrypted data, so this is how you'll be able to see KMS encrypt KID, this one plain text, file this one to query. So this way you'll be able to say this is the encrypted file. You can also decrypt it if you have the keys. Like so, this is how this encryption works. So this is a complete example. If you are interested to learn how to use KMS. Okay, so these were the KMS file. After that, I think yeah, there is another important example that I have forgot. Okay, if you are interested for Ansible, this is the Ansible library that are already available here. If you are interested for this one, like there was some lab for this one as well, like EMR cluster. Kubernetes. Yeah, Redshift. See, this is the lab in case if you are interested for EMR cluster. See, like nowadays most of the company they are working with EMR cluster, Redshift kind of stuff. So if you're interested to learn this thing again, complete Redshift lab that has been added. So, sorry, no, OpenShift is something different. OpenShift is just kind of orchestration for managing your Kubernetes infrastructure. Redshift is it is related to your database. Yeah, if you have large data, let's say petabyte of data, so simple MySQL, and so it won't work. In that case, you may have to have a JVDC or OVDC kind of. So this is how. Yeah. So if you are interested, you can learn this stuff. Again, I have mentioned each and every steps like how you'll have to create it. Just by following this document, you will be able to learn at least 60 to 70% what it has been. Rest remaining thing either you can ask me or you can Google it. You will get the complete insight for this. Okay, so that's it. One more thing, S3 Cloud. Yeah, there was another lab. You may have to you can create a static website using CloudFront. So CloudFront is a kind of CDN. You might have heard about the CDN, Content Delivery Network. So for that means if you want to deploy a website, uh, you know, a static website, then you can use CloudFront for the same. Means the CloudFront is just a replacement of your EC2 instance. If you are having a static website, in that case, you may not require to have EC2 instance in order to run your static website. Like you can say some informative website, like blog and all. Blog are mostly static in nature. You can serve that kind of static means if let's say if you have a informative website like your companies and all, that would be informative means it won't change frequently. If you have that kind of requirement, you can use CloudFront or you can use S3 bucket. Means you can deploy your website in S3 bucket as well with SSL certificate and so. So for that, I have created another lab here. You can see S3 file CloudFront, S3 file root 50 CloudFront ACM means your SSL certificate as well. So these are the labs. So you guys can explore this one and you will get a lot of insight about the same. For Kubernetes, I have already added this one. These are the chipset. So if you want, you can follow. I have already, by the way, I have already given you the insight how exactly Kubernetes process works. So still, if you are interested, you can go through this one and you'll get more about this. If you know whatever stuff you have done, you can get it from here as well. That's it, guys. So do you have any question? Anything? Definitely, I'll today I'll help you. See, one thing you'll have to understand. So nowadays, because of scarcity and all, you should always, uh, follow your company requirement. Means if the companies are looking to hire a SRC, go, you should join that one. Later, once the job ability will be higher, then you can move from SRC to DevOps. But in general, DevOps profile is really good. Means it is better than SRC position, SRE. Yeah. The reason behind it, like in DevOps, you will have to do a lot of stuff. In SRC, you will have to simply manage this stuff. No problem, guys. Okay, so you can perform this one. Means you can test it. All study materials are available. My GitHub also links are already available with you. Just try to learn this stuff yourself. See, like you guys will have to make a habit, like in order to learn something else. See, like why I'm saying, because like there won't be any training for you guys. Okay, so you'll have to, at least you have got some basics, like how actually DevOps work. You have got that. I think more than I think 30 or 40 different lab we have created. Means for almost every classes we created at least one lab for a different concept. So now you have around let's say 20 to 30 different labs with you. Means 20 to 30 different use case. And once you join in your organization, it might be possible that you may have to perform similar activities, because these are the labs. It is not just for learning purpose, but it is the actual use case. Like I have been working with different organizations. I am working with different developers with them, and these were the real problem setting for them. So I first solved the problem, and later I converted that problem statement into training material. Training models. So it will help you to implement that stuff. And I have tried to do it in very basic way. You could have seen in my document as well, like the way I have written and all. If you try to find this information in from website, you may have to search at least 10 to 20 to 10 to 5 to 10 different places. Then only you will get all the information. So for me, what I have done, I have simply summarized this information, and I have gathered each and every information at one place, so that you guys are you guys will be you guys are able to create that tab, even though if you doesn't understand properly. See, for GCP, you'll have to understand one more thing. One thing, like working with AWS or GCP or Azure or other kind of other cloud provider. It is almost similar for each and every cloud provider. You'll have to understand their terminology. Like in GCP, like the way we are accessing our AWS dashboard, it would be different in case of GCP or Azure or maybe Linode or maybe Solos. Only slightly different, but their idea, their concept will be same. Means if you talk about, let's say if you want to create a website on EC2 instance, what are the steps that we have followed? We have followed default VPC or custom VPC. Same thing is happening in case of GCP as well. You may have to follow, create your own VPC in GCP as well, your own network. After that, there also you are here also in AWS also you are installing Ubuntu 18.04 and so you have also the same option for GCP as well. Here we are using S3 bucket. There also you have S3 bucket. Here also here we are using AWS Lambda function. In Azure also, in GCP also they have the Lambda function. So there would be some some slightly difference of the name. Means in AWS Lambda function we are we know about the logs as a CloudWatch. There, the name would be something different. That you will have to find. That's it. But Rezo, what are the concept you have learned in AWS? It would be same. Guys, so I think we'll see. Okay, all the best, guys. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, guys. Yeah, and all the best, you guys. I hope you guys will get a good job, and if you face some problem during your job, definitely I'll be here. I'll help you. This is the same WhatsApp group that will be available. You guys will be in the same WhatsApp group because they will won't delete your WhatsApp group. So you will be available in the WhatsApp group as well. And you have my personal number as well. If you face some problem, you please just ping me my number, and I'll. Okay, guys. Okay, Rahul. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhat.
You are now muted. You are currently the only person in this conference.